Parashat is Parashat Yitro. And the Jewish people were traveling through the desert toward the land of Israel. Moshe Rabbeinu took them out of the land of Israel, and Hashem did so many amazing miracles for the Jewish people. And which country did they leave? They left the land of Mitzrayim, right where they were slaves, and now they were free. And they were traveling toward the land of Israel. During the day, a pillar of cloud showed them what way to travel. And during the night, what showed them how to travel? A pillar of fire, right? And Hashem was leading them towards a mountain where Hashem would give them the Torah. As they were traveling, and Moshe was traveling, right, we'll get there soon. There was a very special man. He was Moshe Rabbeinu's father-in-law. It means that he was, Moshe's wife was Tzipporah, right? Here's everyone say hello to Tzipporah. Right? Tzipporah is Moshe's wife. Hi, I'm Tzipporah. And this is my Abba, my daddy, Yitro. And Yitro took Tzipporah and their two sons, Gershon and Eliezer, and they were traveling to come to meet the Jewish people. Now who remembered the camp of the Jewish people? What did it have surrounding it? All around it? Clouds. There was special anane hakavod, special clouds that protected the Jewish people. It protected them from the heat. It protected them from the snakes. And it also protected them from any enemy bows and arrows that might try to hurt the Jewish people. Well, Yitro took a bow and arrow and he wrote on it because he was coming from far. And he wrote on the bow and arrow, "Hi, Moshe, I'm coming." Mora drew a picture of Yitro on my little piece of paper, and he was sending it with a bow and arrow to the Jewish people. He was shooting it from very far. So Moshe should know he's coming. Now, children usually, the clouds wouldn't let any arrows in because arrows could hurt the Jews. But Yitro wasn't sending this as an arrow to hurt the Jews. He was sending it as a message to say, "Hello, I'm coming, I'm your friend, and I love you." And so, even though it was a bow and arrow, Hashem made a nest, and the clouds moved aside, and they let the arrow through. And Moshe suddenly sees an arrow came through the clouds. That's so strange. The clouds don't usually let arrows in because arrows can hurt the people. But he looked, the arrow wasn't a boo-boo arrow. Instead, it had a paper on its end. And he picked up the paper and he opened the letter and it said, "Hello, Moshe. This is Yitro. I'm coming with your wife Tzipporah and your two sons." And Moshe got so happy. And he said, "Oh, my father-in-law, Yitro is coming. I'm going to go greet him." So he went. When he went, children, all the important older people went. When the older people went, all the other people went, until children, the entire nation of the Jewish people all came to greet Yitro. And when Moshe saw him, he greeted him and he kissed him and they loved each other. And he said, "I heard about all the miracles, how Hashem did the 10 plagues on Mitzrayim and how Hashem split the sea. I'm so happy to be here." And Yitro was watching that Moshe Rabbeinu was sitting all day and he was teaching Torah and judging all the people. Thousands and thousands and thousands of Jews from morning to night. And Yitro said to Moshe, he said, "Moshe, this isn't good. You mustn't do that. The people have to wait too many hours to talk to you. Ask other rabbis to help you. And if the question is too difficult for the rabbis, they'll bring it to you." And so, children, Moshe Rabbeinu gathered other Jews who also came and helped him to teach the Jewish people. Now, children, Hashem was coming to give the Torah to the Jewish people on a mountain. When the mountains heard this, the tallest mountain came. And he said, look at me. I'm so tall. I'm the best. Children, he was showing off. He was saying he's better than everybody else. They were fighting. Yeah. Are we allowed to say, I'm better than you? I'm so much better. No, it's not nice. He's a tall mountain because Hashem made him tall. He didn't do it to himself. But still he said, I'm better than everybody. I'm the tallest mountain. And then the next mountain came. And the next mountain argued. He said, no, I'm the widest mountain. Look at me. I'm so wide. I go from side to side. I'm the best. And another mountain came and said, look at me. I'm full of shiny snow. I'm a snowy mountain. I'm such a beautiful mountain. I'm a shiny white mountain. The Torah has to be given on me. And children, all the mountains were fighting. They were fighting, children, and they were showing off. That's right. They were showing off. Let's sing this song. That is the beginning. I am a mountain so let me sing it because I'm high. I can reach from up to the sky. The Torah should be given on me, for I am as hard as can be. You see, I'm a mountain so very wide. I can reach from side to side. The Torah should be given on me, for I am as wide as can be. You see, all the mountains was showing off and saying that they're the best. They what's called to be very arrogant, and Hashem doesn't like that. But of course, children, there was one little mountain, and the little mountain said, his name was Har Sinai. Har Sinai said, I'm so little. I'm got plain sand. I don't even have any trees or flowers. The Torah can't be given on me. I'm sure everybody else is like other mountains are better. And Hashem saw that Har Sinai was humble. He wasn't saying that he's better than everybody else. He knew he's a mountain. And he knew Hashem made him tall to be a mountain because all mountains are tall. But still, he didn't show off. And you know what Hashem said? Hashem said, I choose Har Sinai. And Hashem covered Har Sinai in the most beautiful flowers and plants and trees. And Hashem was making Har Sinai all ready to give the Torah on Har Sinai. But you know what? Before Hashem came and he gave the Torah to Har Sinai, Hashem said, I'm going to ask the other nations, do you want my Torah? So they shouldn't complain, why did you give it to the Jews? So first Hashem went to the sons of Esav. And Hashem came to the sons of Esav. And he said, sons of Esav, do you want to get my Torah? And the sons of Esav said, well, here's Esav himself, but it was actually his descendants, his great-great-great-grandchildren. And Hashem said to them, do you want to get my Torah? They said, get the Torah. Should we get the Torah? Oh, we don't know. What does the Torah say? We want to see what the Torah says. And Hashem says, in the Torah, it says not to kill, not to hurt others, not to take weapons or your hands and hurt and kill other people, God forbid, and hurt other people. And the sons of Esav said, no, we don't want the Torah. All day long we use our bows and arrows and our weapons. Nope, we don't want the Torah. No, thank you. And they didn't want the Torah. So Hashem went to the sons of Ishmael. And he said, sons of Ishmael, do you want my Torah? And they said, well, that depends. What does it say in the Torah? And Hashem said, it says in the Torah, you mustn't steal. And they said, what? We steal all the time. We can't have your Torah. Nope, we don't want it. because we want to be able to steal. No, we don't want your Torah. Well, children, Hashem came to Moshe Rabbeinu, and Hashem said, Moshe, go ask the Jewish people if they want my Torah. And Moshe came and he said, Jewish people, Hashem said, do you want my Torah? And you know what the Jewish people said, children? They didn't say, what does it say in the Torah we want to see? Instead, children, the Jewish people said, they said, yes, na'aseh v'nishma. We will do whatever it says in the Torah. V'nishma, and we will listen. Later we will learn why we have to do whatever we do. But even if we don't understand, we're going to keep the Torah. Whatever the Torah says, we don't care. If it's Hashem's Torah, we want it. And Hashem sent down, children, 2 malachim from Shamayim, I think Michael and Gabriel, and they gave the Jewish people 2 beautiful crowns. Every Jew got 2 crowns. 1 crown for Naaseh, and the other crown for Venishma. Naaseh Venishma was our cry. We will do and we will listen without asking why. Right? The Jewish people said, we don't care what the Torah says. If it's Hashem's Torah, it has to be wonderful and we want it. And Hashem said to Moshe, tell the Jewish people to get ready for 3 days for me to come and give them the Torah, and put a fence around the Har Sinai. Don't let anyone come on top of Har Sinai. Sorry, Yaladim, Mora had a Har Sinai. Mora had a fence. Okay, never mind. Mora can't find her fence. Sorry, children. A fence is like a gate. Mora made a gate.
Mora has a picture over there. You see the gate?
Yeah, but what happened to it though? I don't know where I put it. Here's my 10 commandments. You see my gate? Oh, it's in my basket. You're right. There we go. I'm sorry. I forgot I left it in the basket. Moshe Rabbeinu put a fence, a gate around Har Sinai, so nobody should go up on Har Sinai, only Moshe. And the Jewish people, because Har Sinai became very holy, very kadosh when Hashem came to give us the Torah on it. And only Moshe Rabbeinu was to go up on Har Sinai and get the Torah and bring it down for the Jewish people. And children, for 3 days, the Jewish people prepared themselves. They washed their clothes, they washed themselves, and all the families got ready. And the night when it was next morning, it was time to get the Torah. You know what the Jewish people were doing, the Torah tells us? Actually, children, they were sleeping. You know why? They slept and they didn't want to wake up. You know why? Even though they really wanted the Torah, they thought, you know what? The Torah is so holy. It's so kadosh. When we're sleeping, our neshama goes up to Shamayim and it's close to Hashem. Maybe better we should get the Torah when we're asleep. And our neshama is up in Shamayim. And Hashem said, no, I don't want the Torah to stay up in Shamayim. I want the Torah to be down in this world. Here. And Moshe went and he told all the Jewish people, wake up, wake up. Come get the Torah. Hashem is giving us the Torah. And all the people woke up and came. And children, there were some people who were sick. Like some people who had to walk on crutches because their legs didn't walk properly. But when they woke up to go to get the Torah on Har Sinai, you know what happened? Suddenly, their legs were good. And they didn't need their crutches anymore. He said, yay, my legs are walking fine. I don't need my crutches anymore. Wow, getting the Torah is making us all well. And he threw away his crutches. And then there was another man. He was blind. He could never see anything. But that morning when he woke up, you know what happened, Yaladim? Suddenly, he opened his eyes and he could see. And he said, wow, Baruch Hashem, my eyes can see. I'm well. And there was another little boy who always had to go to the doctor because he was sick. and he had to take lots of medicine to feel better. But that morning he said, wow, I feel all better and I don't need my medicine anymore. And everybody got better. And that day, Hashem came down on Har Sinai, and Har Sinai got covered. There was a cloud on the top and a smoke on top of Har Sinai, and lightning and thundering. And Hashem gave us the Aseret HaDibrot, the 10 Commandments. Let's go through it very fast. It's almost time to go home, Yaladim. Very fast. Hashem gave us the Aseret HaDibrot, the 10 Commandments. The first one is Hashem said, there is only one Hashem. Believe only in one Hashem. And then Hashem said, you mustn't have any idols. Don't pray to idols. Pray only to Hashem. Yamara made a picture of Jewish soldiers by the Kotel praying to Hashem. Not pray to idols. Asur to pray to idols. We pray only to Hashem. And then let's say very fast, children. Hashem said, when you want to say my name is very holy. Only say it when you're davening or saying a bracha. Don't say Hashem's name for no reason. And Hashem said, every week on the 7th day, keep Shabbat. That's right, keep Shabbat, keep Shabbos.
That was number 4.
Sorry. Do they know the song or anything or no?
I'm just saying anything around.
Okay, good. Thank you, Mara Rifki. And then do 5 fingers now. Hashem said to honor your father and mother. And then 6. Hashem said not to kill, chas v'chalila, not to kill anyone, God forbid. Only Hashem can give us life, and a person mustn't take away another person's life. Nobody's, not even their own. And then Hashem gave all the mitzvot to do with having nice Jewish marriages. That a daddy marries a mommy. It has to be a boy marrying a girl. And that once they're married, another man can't come and say, okay, let's make a wedding again and I'll marry you. That when she's married, she has to stay married to her husband. It's all the laws of having nice Jewish weddings. And then the mitzvah number 8 is not to kidnap anyone, not to steal anyone. See, the bad robber here is trying to steal somebody. Not to steal anyone. And the next one is, when we're in the courts and there's a big judge there and saying, I want to know what happened. A person mustn't stand in front of the judge and tell lies. And the last one is that you mustn't sit there and think, wow, look what a nice wife my friend has. I'm going to plan how to get his wife. Or wow, look what a nice house my friend bought. I'm all jealous. I'm going to sit and plan how to get his house. These are the 10 mitzvot that we got on Har Sinai. Let's sing the song. Hashem gave us a present. Do you know what it was? He gave us the Torah, so we should keep its laws. He asked the other nations, do you want this gift of mine? But they said, no, thank you. For the Torah, there's no time. Then to B'nai Yisrael, Hashem did grow. We said, Naseh v'nishma, because we love Hashem.